All right, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Sports and Entertainment Talk. This is the Red Zone Rundown episode number 2, coming right at you guys. Hey, Kevin, we had a really good weekend of football. We had a really good slate. We made our picks last week. We're going to kind of get into it. Let's just jump straight into it, man. I want to jump straight into this last weekend of football games. How does that sound?
That's fine. Let's do it. Let's get
All
it
right.
done, man.
Yep. Hey, so the first game, man, was the Tennessee Titans at the Steelers. Okay. Just a couple of highlights from it. Will Levis had 22 of 39 for 262 yards and 1 interception. Kyle Pickett, 19 of 30 for 160 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Derrick Henry finally making his comeback with 17 carries, 75 yards, 1 touchdown. You got Warren with 11 carries, 88 yards. And then you had Phillips with 4 receptions, 68 yards for the Tennessee Titans. And then you had Johnson with 7 receptions, 90 yards with 1 touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got any thoughts on that game, man? So you actually chose Pittsburgh on this one for a 2.5 spread. You actually got me on that one, man.
Yeah, Pittsburgh came and got the win. The only thing that was scaring me was the running game of Derrick Henry. I thought he was gonna get traded, but he didn't. And they pull out the win.
Yeah, I even questioned you last week about this, man, about Mike Tomlinson. I didn't think he was going to be able to go over 50 this year. I
Mm-hmm.
think I was wrong on that one, man. But yeah, we'll go and jump into the next game. It looks like we had a big banger of a game. Here's the funny thing about it. It was the Miami Dolphins at the Kansas City Chiefs, but the game was in Germany. Kansas City Chiefs had the home field advantage in Germany. So the Chiefs won 21-14. We both actually lost on this one. So yeah, we both chose Miami. You got any thoughts on that game?
You you can't ever go against Mahomes, man. Mahomes always does it. Kelsey wasn't even there that game. He only got me 4 points in my fantasy, so he wasn't really there. But he was able to run around and keep the ball away from Tyreek Hill and them. So it was a good game, man, for the Chiefs.
Yeah, so you said that we can't bet against Patrick Mahomes, but we both did. We both chose Miami in that
Yeah,
situation. But hey, it
tough,
is what
man.
it is. The crazy thing about that game, man, is really by the end of the first half, it was 21-0. The second
Yeah,
half, the Dolphins finally came back. They scored 14 points. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. Taylor Swift was not there this game, so that's probably why Travis Kelce
that,
didn't have a big game.
yep. That's the reason. But they still won. Usually they lose with her not being there. So
Yeah, my big takeaway from this is I think people are figuring out the blueprint on the Dolphins right now because they held Tyreek Hill to 8 receptions, 62 yards, man. He wanted that game, but yeah, so we both picked Dolphins on that one. We both take a loss on that. We're gonna jump to the next game, man. The Vikings at the Falcons. The Vikings pull out the dub 31-28. It
dude,
looks like on this one, yeah, it looks like we both lost on this one. We both chose Atlanta.
dude, they had no quarterback, man. They gave away Dobbs, their starting quarterback, and I didn't think they had in him, but he came out playing, man, and
Hey,
the Vikings is still there, man. The defense is still there, so yeah,
Hey, that's that dog mentality. So Dobbs got traded to the Vikings on 5 days' notice. He
yeah.
was the backup quarterback. The starter went down, dude. Starter went down. Dobbs comes in there, man. Just a little highlights on Dobbs. He had 20 of 30, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, the dude came out there, balled out. You saw the celebration at the end. I mean, they're raising him up in the air in the locker room. I mean, that was pretty badass, man. Yeah, we'll go and
And
jump.
they didn't turn the ball, and he didn't turn the ball over, which is key.
Yes, that is a big thing. I mean, now hopefully he's got time because he really didn't have any time for the playbook, dude. I mean,
I don't think
hopefully
he had
now
any
he's,
time.
yeah. I mean, man, Dobbs, dude, that was really good. We'll go and jump into the next game. So we had the Chicago Bears at New Orleans Saints. Okay, we already know that I think we both chose the Saints on this one. Yeah, we actually both did. We both chose Saints. We like the defense, but yeah, the Saints came in with it 17-24. You got any thoughts on that one?
No, just the Saints are there. They're not the best team, but their defense is good, and they kept them in the game the whole time. So
Yeah, kind of like what you said on the last game, man. Turnovers are key. Bagnett was the quarterback for the Chicago Bears in this game. 3 interceptions. Now he did
Yeah.
he did go 18 for 30, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns, but those 3 interceptions, I mean, that's what really killed them. Because if you actually look at the game, first quarter it was tied 7-7. Second quarter, it was tied 14-14. Third quarter, it was tied 17-17. And then after that, the Saints kind of pulled away with that last touchdown, won the game. It is what it is, man. You got any other thoughts on that game or no?
No, if you keep the game close, it could go either way. But you just can't go against the unexperienced Chicago Bears, and you have to go with their defense, man.
Yeah, and then I know every fantasy owner with Kamara was probably pissed because Taysom Hill, I mean, he was the rushing leader of that with 11 carries, 52 yards. But yeah, man, we'll jump up.
I picked him up, bro. I picked him up on waivers, and he helped me win my fantasy, man.
Really? In our season or in our league or the other one?
No, I don't care. Not in yours because I'm just killing it over there. I should be undefeated, but I only lost 1 game, and I don't need him in that league. But in other ones, I picked him up, and he did really well for me.
Well, I did hear you're going up against a juggernaut in our league this week. So I did hear you're going up against a juggernaut. The guy's in first place in the other division. I'm not going to say any names, but it is me. Yeah, buddy.
You're not in first place. You're tied with like 3 other people in the same division, which it shouldn't be.
That's okay.
2 different. What?
That's okay. If I'm tied for first place, doesn't that mean I'm still in first place?
No, it goes by points, but you don't know that kind of stuff. But I'll teach you.
But I did win the championship last year, so I'm still riding on my high. But we'll jump into the next game.
Right.
So the next game we had the Rams at the Packers. The Packers beat the shit out of them 3-20.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming like that, man. I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, no, I was going to say, so basically, Matthew Stafford, dude, and Cooper Kupp, they were lighting it up when they won that Super Bowl, man. And I just don't get what's going on right now. That game is what it is for me. I mean, Jordan Love still has to prove it to me. I know he won this game, but I know Matthew Stafford really is out. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Even when he was out, I feel like they were doing better without Cooper Kupp with their new, I can't pronounce his name, the new receiver, the rookie receiver. He was killing it. And now they're having trouble trying to get both of them the ball. And I don't understand. It should have been a lot closer game than what it should have been. But
yep. My big highlight from that is Aaron Jones. Really pissed me off because I have Dylan on my bench in my fantasy. And yeah, Aaron Jones went off. So yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll jump into the next one. It looks like we had the Commanders in New England. Okay. Washington beat the Patriots 20-17, man. You got any thoughts on that and those stupid Commanders?
I don't know, man. Bill Belichick is not the guy, man, no more. He missed Tom Brady, and I said this last week too. It's going to be the same thing all year. And, they always have a good defense, but you have to score points to win. And they're not scoring no points with with Jones, man. It's not working.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Jones, to me, to be honest with you, I don't mean to be a potty mouth here, but Jones is trash, man. Get rid of Mac Jones. I mean, you got Howell out here for the Commanders, just lighting it up against them. He went 29 for 45, 325 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Mac Jones, 24 for 44 for 220 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I know that Bill Belichick's not calling the offense right now, but
I don't know if he's calling the defense either.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with them, but to me right now, the Patriots are dead. It is what it is with me with the Patriots. They're going to probably be drafting really low, probably try to go for a quarterback, get Mac Jones out of there. We'll go and jump into the next one, man. This was the one that me and you talked about a lot last weekend, man. We had the Seattle Seahawks going into Baltimore. Baltimore beat the shit out of them. Like I said, they were 3-37.
They're a scary team, man.
I'm telling you, they're my number 1 team in the AFC right now.
Yeah,
they are my number 1 team.
It's not even like a question. And I don't know, Seattle, man, they didn't show up at all. And
I thought it was going to be a good game. I honestly did. Yeah, it was trash. I'm going to let's just move on to the next one because I was really hoping Seattle was going to come and make that a good game. But yeah, we'll go and jump into the next one. This one, you actually ended up winning because of the point spread, but yeah, Tampa Bay went into Houston. Houston wins 37-39. Late comeback in the fourth quarter for that win. I mean, you got any thoughts on that one, man?
Dude, this guy, man, he's killing it, man. I don't know. You can't say nothing bad about this guy. And he's slinging the ball, he's not turning the ball over. I think he had the most snaps without turning it over on his first first NFL run, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was like 8 games that he had the
Yeah, I
longest.
think he beat Dak Prescott had the longest, and then now him, right?
Well, another record he just broke was Andrew Luck's record yesterday. I mean on Sunday, but yeah. So he threw for the most yards of a rookie in a game for 470 yards. He had 5 touchdowns, Kevin.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns. Late comeback.
I think he's done this twice this year already.
Dude, he's sick, man. He's sick, and he should have been the number 1 draft pick. I mean, Bryce Young should not have gone first, but hey, we got to give our flowers to Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield. Ever since he went to Tampa, he's balling out too, man. He had that game 1. There's nothing else he could have done. Gave the ball back to Texans with a little bit of time left in the fourth quarter. They came back and win it. You got to give it to Baker Mayfield, man. He actually put him in a position to win. The defense just couldn't hold up, man.
Yeah, that was the best game of the week. Not gonna lie.
I think so too. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing, there was a few bad calls in that game, but I mean, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and jump onto the next one. I kind of told you on this one. Arizona Cardinals, man, they go into Cleveland, and dude, Deshaun Watson comes off of that massage, that little neck massage, whatever neck he was getting massaged, I don't know, but they beat the shit out of him, 0-27, man. I mean, Deshaun Watson, 19 of 30 for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's pretty sick, man, coming off from not playing, 3 or 4 weeks now?
What was the point spread? I had to take the points. That was a lot of points, and
so
they covered.
The point spread was 7.5, and you actually did win that one. We actually both chose Cleveland on this one, so we tied. I'll give you the scores at the very end of this.
I thought you said I lost, man.
No, on this one, we both chose Cleveland. So, but I'll give you the ending scores right now at the end of this. We'll go ahead and jump into the next one. We got the Colts at the Panthers, man. I mean, we got they go to Panthers. Huh?
That was a toss-up for me. I had to go with the Colts.
Yeah, you had Richardson versus Bryce Young. Not Richardson because he's out. So you had Gardner Minshew subbing in for Richardson for the Colts. You had Bryce Young, the first round draft pick. I mean, I told you last week, man, enjoy that one win because you're probably not going to get another one. Just enjoy it. The Panthers are trash, dude. That's just my personal opinion. The Colts, they have something there, man. They just need to get it together, man. If they put everything and they have their good game, you have special teams, defense, and offense playing all good. I mean, the Colts can go on a run here.
Taylor's back. He's able to run the ball a lot better than what they were doing before, and he's a good blocker too, man. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. You know what I mean? He is a number 1 running back, so they're glad to have him back, and it's showing.
Yeah, I feel really bad. So Sarah, she drafted Jonathan Taylor in the very beginning of the league. He was obviously out for the first 4 games, so she got rid of him. I told her to get rid of him. Dude's coming out.
Just put him on IR like everybody else does.
Yeah, but I'm trying to win my league, not lose it. So you gotta make people do things they don't want to.
So you picked him up?
No, I didn't pick him up. Somebody else did. Actually, the guy I was playing against picked him up, so that was pretty fun. But we'll go ahead and jump into the next one. Did you just burp?
No.
Sounded like a burp, bro. All right, maybe I'm tripping. It sounded like
trying to blame me. I burp. You probably farted.
I think you burped. But anyway, we're moving on to the next game. The New York Giants go into Oakland. I said, hey, anytime a head coach is fired, that team comes ready to play. Dude, the Giants got their ass beat 6-30. Okay. At the end of the game, the Raiders are in there in the locker room smoking cigars. Max Crosby's in there. I mean, dude, they were going wild, man. I mean, you got any thoughts on that game?
The Raiders, man, the black hole, man. They showed up, man. I'm not gonna lie, and they were smoking all the cigars with the owner. It was a great thing, man. And if they're gonna keep playing like that, they're gonna be a scary team, man.
Yeah, I mean, you even saw you saw Devontae Adams at the basketball game the day, I think it was the day after their game on
Yeah.
Sunday. He was at the basketball game. The ref went up to him and said, "Hey, man, great game." And basically, Devontae Adams was saying, "Hey, it's going to be a way better culture here now." But yeah, I'm just glad they beat the shit out of the Giants because we got to play them this weekend. We'll get into that in a second. Next to the game that I'm sure you want to talk about. Yeah, Cowboys go into Philly. Philly beats the Cowboys 23-28. What are your thoughts on this one, man? I can't wait.
I can't just blame it on the refs. I can't blame it on Dak's toe. I can't blame it on, the other things that they can't get in the end zone. There was a lot of penalties. There was a lot of no call penalties. There was, we're not running the ball at all. So, dude, Philly, what is it called? The Philly special? No, that's the little run thing they do. I hate that fucking thing.
Yeah, the tush push.
Yeah, they even did that in the end zone to get out of the end zone because they're about to get a safety, and they get like 3 or 4 yards with freaking Parsons jumping on top and dragging him for like another 3 yards. I'm like, what the heck is this? You know what this is from, right? You know where it's from?
What?
It's from rugby.
I'll give you my personal opinion on this game. All right, I mean, you know me. I get all upset and shit. I got pissed off in the very beginning of the game where we run the ball, we go 3 and out. That was real bullshit. Okay. And then we get to the very end of the game. Okay. We get to the very end of the game. They get the penalty. They get an person 5. We actually get the touchdown on that person 5. They call another one, but you can clearly see Dak Prescott telling them that I think it was 71 was eligible. And then they said that we had an eligible man downfield. Okay. Backed us back up. Okay. Then he got sacked. Bro. Okay, here it is. 1996, Kevin. 1996. That's the number of the day. 1996 is the last time the Cowboys have won a Super Bowl. Okay. Do you honestly think that we're going to win the Super Bowl this year or go to the Super Bowl?
No.
If we cannot win these away games, dude, it's not going to happen. I mean, well, we got more to get into about these Cowboys. We're going to jump into the next game.
It's not just the away games. We have to play good teams and we have to win.
Yes. Every time we play a good team, we don't win.
Yeah. We're destroying all the bad teams, like killing them. And we should have won that game, but it was a good game, but it was going back and forth. They beat us, man. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. They beat us. There was a lot of – I can't just blame the refs, man, but there was a lot of them tackling my tight end before the ball was even there.
Should have been a touchdown. Yep. Should have been a touchdown. We're gonna get frustrated talking about this one.
Already on the ground because he's getting tackled and then he caught the ball. So it just doesn't make sense to me.
Bro, the ball wasn't even in the frame when he started tackling him.
Yeah, but that wasn't called. There was a lot of no calls, but Philly, we should have won it. We were at the 6, but we still had a chance to win the game. We were at the 6-yard line, and we get the 2. We got a penalty, a false start penalty, and we got sacked twice. Those are on us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to talk about it anymore because I'm depressed. Yeah. I wanted to cry after. I wanted to cry really bad, dude. But I got to be a man about this, Kevin. I got to be a man. We're gonna go and jump into the next game, man. We're gonna go over to Buffalo Bills heading into Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Man, dude, it seems like the Bengals have the Bills number.
The Bengals are back.
Yeah, I told you this last week, man. Once Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, Joe Slick gets on a roll, man, there's no stopping him. That I was hoping it was going to be a good game. In the very beginning, it looked like it. Then the Bengals pulled away. The Bills, towards the end, looked like they're going to come back. But, yeah, I mean, the Bengals, they're back, man. You'll see them in the playoffs. They're a scary team going forward. So, which I think we play them later in the year, too.
We play some good teams. We play Miami. We play some good teams coming up as well.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and jump into the last game, which was yesterday. It was the Chargers going into New York with Aaron Rodgers over there dropping 58-yard dimes, just dropping back, man. What are your thoughts on this one, actually?
This was the most boringest game. It was almost like the Chicago and the other Monday night game that had like 30 punts in a game and shit like that. This is the same thing. All they were doing was punting. They sacked each other probably 7-8 times on each side. it was boring. The only thing that the Chargers got was that punt return for a touchdown, and that's pretty much what sealed it. That's all they needed, really. It was a boring game, not gonna lie.
Yeah, so my thoughts on this is I'm going to keep this one real simple on this. So you know how when you have a really bad game, they say to, just take the ball, go bury it, and let's just forget about it. Don't bury the ball. Bury Zach Wilson. Bury Zach Wilson. Get him out of there. Give somebody else a shot to get a win for when Aaron Rodgers come back. You saw what he said at the end of the game that the cameras caught. I don't think they were supposed to catch it. That's what he said on Pat McAfee show yesterday. I wasn't expecting them to catch that, but he basically said, I'll be back in a few more weeks. He did say he was joking, but you never know, dude. The dude's a freak.
Dude, the Chargers came off a bye, and yeah, they won the game, but Herbert got 7 points.
Yeah.
He didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
He got sacked, 7 times. And the only reason I know this stuff is because I have it in my fantasy. I still won by like 3 points, but he did horrible.
Well, speaking of winning, so off of the spread that we did last week, which we're going to do it again in a second, but first I want to get your Barbarians top 5 power rankings right now. But I actually ended up smoking you out of the 14 games. I had 9 wins. You had 6. We're going to keep track of this. So I won this week. We'll see how you do this week.
What games did you beat me on?
So you had the Arizona Cleveland game. You had the Washington New England game.
You told me that we both picked Cleveland.
Yeah, so we both picked them. So we both get it. I'm going off of yours, what you got, and then I got. So you got Arizona Cleveland. You got Washington New England. You got Chicago New Orleans. You got Tampa Houston.
I chose Chicago over New Orleans.
You chose New Orleans, so you won that one. I'm saying the game. So
okay.
then you also got Tampa at Houston because of the spread, because they didn't win by 2.5. They only won by 2. And then you had Indianapolis at Carolina. You chose Indy on that one, so you won. And then I had Arizona Cleveland as well. And then I had LA Rams Green Bay game, so I chose Green Bay for that one. And then I had Washington.
You chose the Rams?
No, I chose Green Bay.
Okay, you're all over the place.
I mean, hey, it's all recorded, bro. It's all recorded. You know what? Just go and check the tape. Here's the records that we did last week, bro. Go check the tape, Kevin. We're not even going to get into this because I know I won because I'm a winner and winners win, just like I'm going to do against you in fantasy. Hey, but let's jump into probably what people are excited about, man. Let's jump into the Barbarians top 5 power rankings, man. Who you got at number 5?
Surprising, I got the Bengals. They're on a 4-game winning streak?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think they're a 5-game winning streak. They went 0-3. They're 5-3 right now.
Okay. So you got the Bengals at number 5?
I got Bengals. I got the Lions.
Lions, hey, they're sick, dude.
Dude, they're playing good ball right now too. And I got the Chiefs.
Okay. At number 3. Wow, that's crazy.
I got the Chiefs at number 3. They're 7-2, man.
The Eagles better not be your number 1, but okay, who's your number 2?
Number 2 is the Ravens.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I hate them. They're the best team in the NFL as of right now. They are the stinking Eagles.
Okay,
yeah.
I completely disagree on the top 2, okay? Because I would have put Eagles at number 2, Baltimore number 1, because the Eagles just struggled against the Commanders. The Eagles barely squeaked by a win against the Cowboys. I mean, Baltimore's just running away with these.
But also, they're division games. It's not like we play them twice a year. Their division games are always going to be tight.
Hey, it's fluid. It's fluid. But I disagree on the top 2, so it's fluid. Okay, so we're going to jump into the next thing, man. I know you got a poker game coming up soon that you really want to get to. We're going to jump into this next week's picks, okay? So we're going to start it off, man. Carolina at Chicago. Chicago is 3.5 favorites. 3.5-point favorites. Who you got?
I'm gonna take the Panthers. I'm gonna get those points.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually take the Bears. It sounds like yeah, I'm gonna take the Bears. They're both crap, so I'm just gonna take the Bears. It's fun.
Yeah, I'd rather take those extra points. I'm on the same page. Let's flip a coin.
All right, and then we got Indianapolis. So the Colts at New England. Colts are favored by 2.5 points.
I'm taking the Colts.
You damn right I'm taking the Colts, dude. I am never taking a Bill Belichick team right now. All right, next we got Houston at Cincinnati. Cincinnati is 7.5 favorites, 7.5 point favorites. Who you got, man?
7.5.
7.5. It's a lot of points, man.
I think their defense. I want those points, man. I want those points. I'm gonna take the Texans with those 7.5 points.
Yeah, 7.5 points is a lot of points, man, especially with the Houston Texans defense. Their defense is playing very, very well. CJ Stroud, he's the shit, man. I mean, he's going to be rookie offensive player of the year. I'm taking the Texans as well. So 2 for 2, 2 in a row. Next, we got New Orleans at Minnesota. New Orleans is 2.5 point favorites.
Yeah, I'll take the New Orleans.
You know what, man?
It's a flip a coin too, man. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's not too many points. I'm going to take Dobbs. I love New Orleans defense, but, Dobbs on fire. He got raised, man. He's going to have the playbook in his hand. I'm going to take a shot on this one, and I'm going to take actually the Vikings as the underdogs, 2.5 favorites. I mean, 2.5. So we're going to jump into the next one. We got Green Bay at Pittsburgh. Green Bay is the dogs. Steelers are actually favored by 3.5 points. Who you got?
And it's at Green Bay?
No, it's at Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so it's really a pick 'em. I want to roll with the Pittsburgh. They won me last week. I'll pick them again.
Yeah, I'm going with Green Bay on this one. So they won it for me this last weekend. Jordan Love, came off of a good game. Hopefully he has another good game. I'm going to take Green Bay on this one. Next game, Tennessee at Tampa. Tampa is 0.5 favorites. So by a 0.5 point, dude. 0.5 point, man. Who you got? This is just a take one, dude.
Man, I'm going to take Tampa.
Yeah, I'm definitely not taking Tampa. I'm taking Tennessee. Will Levis all the way. Derrick Henry. I think he's going to be steaming ahead. He just, he's starting to catch up now. On to the next game, man. We got San Francisco at Jacksonville. 49ers are 2.5 point favorites. Who you got?
To be honest, I'm going to take Jacksonville. Jacksonville's playing good right now.
Yeah.
They were actually going to be my number 5 power rankings, but they're on a winning streak right now with Cincinnati.
Okay, well, we'll see how fluid it is next weekend. Yeah, I'm going to actually take San Francisco on this. They've lost too many games in a row, so I think 49ers are going to bounce back right now. So jump into the next game. We got Cleveland at Baltimore. Baltimore Ravens, 5.5 point favorites. Who you got?
I'm going to take Baltimore.
Yep, I am also not this time going to take Baltimore. I'm actually going to take Cleveland because I know after that win, Deshaun Watson, he's going to go get a little rub on that neck, a little rub and tug, you know what I'm saying? I am still thinking Baltimore's going to win, but this is going to be a division game. So I think it's going to be close. I'm going to choose Cleveland on this one. Next one, we got Atlanta at Arizona. Who you got? So at Arizona, so Atlanta is 2.5 point favorites.
Man, these are crappy games, man. Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going to take Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray's supposed to be back this weekend. So I'm going to take the Cardinals 2.5 underdogs. All right, next game, we got Detroit at Chargers. Detroit, 1.5 point favorites. Who you got?
I'm taking Detroit.
Me too. Detroit. Love that team, man. The Lions are sick right now. This is the biggest spread we have of the weekend right here. We got New York Giants at Dallas. Dallas is 16.5 point favorites. Who are you taking?
I'm taking the Cowboys. They beat them 40-0 last time. I'm not saying they're going to do that again, but we don't know who the quarterback is this time. So,
yeah, I have a funny feeling it's going to be Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. You know me, bro. I'm a big Cowboys fan, dude. But 16.5 points is way too many points. I'm taking the Giants by the spread. Yeah, so I'm taking the Giants. I'm sorry, guys, my dogs are going crazy right now. They are hungry. 6.5-point favorites and the Giants. Then we got Washington at Seattle. Seattle 6.5-point favorite. Well, shut that down. 16. So yeah, so Washington at Seattle. Seattle 6.5-point favorites. Who you got? I'm about to kill these dogs after this. I'm just kidding, PETA. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Who you
take
got?
Washington. I'm gonna take Washington those points.
Yeah, after Seattle's shitting the bed this last weekend, I'm gonna take Washington as well. Too many points on that. And Howell's he's playing good, man. All right, next we got New York Giants at Raiders, the shittiest primetime game of the year. Jets are 2.5-point favorites. Who you got?
I am taking the Raiders. They had a big win. I'm taking the Raiders. They're gonna smoke some more stogies with the owner. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Max Crosby, he's a beast, dude. So I'm taking Max Crosby as well. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the last game, which is Monday. Denver at Buffalo. Buffalo favored by 7.5 points. How do you feel?
Denver just beat the Chiefs too, right? And Denver just on bye week, so I think they figured something out with Sean Payton playing the Bills. They're used to cold weather, huh? 7.5 points. That's a lot.
Yep.
I'm gonna take Denver 7.5 points.
All right. I'm actually going to take Buffalo. They're going to bounce back after getting that loss from Cincinnati. I think they're going to bounce back. So I'm going to take Buffalo in this one, 7.5 points, Yeah, so I know you got your poker game to go to. I wish you good luck. Hope you lose all your money just like you lose in fantasy this weekend. But yeah, to everybody listening, thank you guys for listening. If you guys enjoyed this, I probably wouldn't listen to us two dumbasses, but if you did like this, if you want to, I would understand if you don't, but hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like this, and even leave a comment if you think some of our takes were stupid, because probably a lot of them were. Yeah, Kevin, you got any last words for the people?
Yeah, before we leave, how do we make this game interesting in our fantasy? If you win,
Okay.
let's do like $100.
I'm not rich, Kevin. Okay.
Oh.
I
Hold
am
on.
credit rich.
You're talking all this crap, but you don't want to put your mouth where your money is. Okay, I got you.
All right. I'll keep it close. I bet you $10, bro.
Huh?
I bet you $10.
I don't bet nothing. I do 50. You want to do $50?
Kevin, I got kids, bro. I got kids to feed. I got 4 dogs. You just heard these hungry little shits, bro. $10 is good, bro.
You're always saying your credit card rich.
All right, well, you can't be putting me on the spot like this. I got 10 or nothing else. What you got?
Oh my God! So you're scared. That's what that is.
Well,
Just for all the fans out there, you see who's really the champion over here.
He has no kids, people. I have 2 kids, 4 dogs, a wife that really kills me because every time I buy a bunch of stupid stuff. But yeah, anyway, if you guys did like this video, like it, subscribe to it. If you don't, I don't blame you. But I hope you guys enjoyed another episode of the Red Zone Rundown. This was episode 2.
See you guys next week.
Goodbye.